Matt and Wim, welcome to the UKC and UKH Digital Trade Show series. Wim, that's a very casual piece of attire you've got on just there.
Thank you very much. Kind of snug, isn't it?
That is certainly the word I was going to use. The big question is, though, Matt, Wim, which of you wants to kick off in talking about it?
I'll talk. I'll just let Wim do the good-looking bits. This is the Montane Gecko Ultra V+. Some will call it a vest top, others will call it a pack. For us, it was about the fusion between the two product categories, combining clothing and pack expertise. The whole point of this Gecko Ultra V+ is to actually fit like a garment, but it has a multitude of pockets for carrying essentials. So whether you're racing or training hard. Important part of this was really all getting an understanding of how our athletes and our consumers use the product. So it was heavily athlete tested right here in Staveley. And we're going to play a short video now just to kind of give you a background into some of the development that went on across our product categories and the work that we did with our athletes. So I'm assuming it's going to come from here.
We'll make it happen, Matt.
There's a clear distinction between the kit that's been developed with athletes and without athletes. All those little aspects, it's that attention to detail really, I think, isn't it? You just know then it's been tested on people.
I think developing this Gecko vest alongside the rest of the Gecko vest pack range has been a really successful way of doing things. A lot of that's been looking at how we can provide a lighter weight, more slick product, and that has definitely carried across a lot of the packs.
I think that's it.
So Keith and I have been discussing a concept over a number of years actually, where we wanted to really look at how we can fuse together the expertise in clothing and pack design to create something, a better product that allows you to carry equipment for trail running in a different way.
Yeah. Well, you've got cheap there.
When I first joined Montane as an athlete, I was like, can I please test some kit? Can I test some kit? Obviously I love it when I get a piece of kit. If you see someone wearing something that you've had a contribution to, then that's great, isn't it? I'm sure the designers feel that even more so.
I've been with Montane now for 9 years. I've been kind of involved in product launches from concept right the way through for quite a few products now. Been involved in tweaking them to make sure they're absolutely perfect before they hit the markets.
Oh, it's completely different, isn't it?
It's radically different from anything I have ever used. It's got that cross between running clothing and a pack. It's nothing I've ever seen before.
No shaking.
So usually I'll get a prototype maybe about 18 months in advance. It's very much the raw product. I wasn't aware that things took that long to come out to market.
Are these your own personal sketches then?
Yeah, just ideas of everything.
Key thing is, I think, that it's so different to a normal pack. So it feels much more part of you, like a garment. So like you're actually, when you're running and moving with it, you feel like you're just wearing normal clothes. There's very little bounce. But actually there's a surprising amount you can get into it. Obviously, it really is designed for 0 to 50 miles, I think. So you can get enough into it, you can fulfill all the mandatory kit requirements.
Yeah, it fits all right.
Jump. Yeah.
It's about trying to, like what Montane is, for the faster, it's lightweight kit. So we try and do something which is stripped down to the bare bones to what is still functional as well.
I like things to be quite light, it has to be breathable, and again, it has to make sure it fits me properly.
It's invaluable to get the athletes' feedback. It's exciting. We're testing out new theories. They're a great resource to be able to just pour in the feedback so we can implement it into the product and develop and improve the design.
Well, I'll let Wim, who's modelling it right now, take you through the materials for the product and some of the feature set.
Cool, yeah, thanks, Matt. So material-wise, it's made almost entirely out of Raptor Air 4-way stretch breathable fabric, which, as the name suggests, really, really stretchy, really, really breathable. It's almost see-through when you're not wearing it. Like all our VIA kit, it's treated with Polygiene permanent odor control. So, if you're doing lots of long runs, lots of training, it'll won't stink quite as much too quickly, hopefully. Obviously, it's a pull-on style vest as opposed to your more sort of contemporary pack. Ultra close active fit, as you can see. Not too much jiggling at all there, which is what you want when you're running. It's got a little quarter length closure zip there, just to help get it off and on and holds it nice and securely. Has an elasticated hem with silicone grippers on the back, like that. So as I say, it's all about really efficient, comfortable load carrying. So everything's kept really close to the body, whilst not impinging on breathability. It's got multiple easy access pockets for essential food, hydration, and kit. We're not talking loads and loads of stuff, just enough of what you need effectively. And also on the top here, on the chest, we've got two 260 millilitres Montane soft flasks. It's really minimal construction, as you can see. It's all about it doesn't have a huge amount of features, but what it does have is really intuitively placed, some really clever technology.
Again, the minimalist is the other word I'd use next to snug. I mean, there certainly isn't any excess on it, is there? And yet, one of the things I've found irritating about some of the lighter weight vests that are out there is that they end up scrimping on the features that you actually really desperately need. Like just a pocket to shove something into. And that's when, in a way, that lightweight actually becomes just really annoying, doesn't it? Whereas this looks like it actually has enough space for, as you say, the gels, snacks, food, bars. I'm assuming that there'll be somewhere to put your valuables within it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say it relies, a lot of the stuff we're churning out now really relies on passive technologies.
The other funny thing about vests that I get my head around is I come from a sort of era of running where everyone used to use bum bags, and I sort of went away from running for a while and focused on my climbing, and having then come back into running and seen everyone wearing vests, I was a bit almost confused by this invention up until the point of which I used one. I think you alluded to it within your presentation, is just talking about how actually, because they're so close and everything's so immediate, a bum bag which feels really blooming awkward and unnatural and bulgy and retrospectively quite weird, compared to a vest where everything's really close to hand and there's no, jiggling is a horrendous word, but I'll use it again. It's a breath of fresh air comparison.
Yeah, we did a lot of jiggle testing in the office, in the video that you've seen as well. But yeah, that was it. That was a key component, just in terms of how it interacted with you and your body and your movements.
So this is going to be available sort of almost in and around the time of these videos being launched, and comes in at how much?
It comes in RRP at £100. It's a unisex product, so from a sizing perspective, it goes from extra small up into I believe it's larger, extra large, up into large. So you've got extra small, small, medium, and large. And the medium version weighs 90 grams, 3.2 ounces for the medium version. So super lightweight piece.
I just size things now according to pre or post lockdown, Matt, depending on how much I've eaten throughout each.
Have you gone up or down since lockdown?
Ironically, I think I've gone down actually, but there's probably just as a means to an end, because if you don't go running in the evening, your options are few and far between. It's suffice to say that climbing hasn't felt like it's on the menu on some time, and that's partially as a result of lockdown. As I look out the window and it's raining, it's also because the weather really has not had it in for climbing this year. So, hey, running, all weather activity.
Definitely.
Great. Thanks for taking us through that, guys. That's absolutely spot on.
No worries. Cheers, Rob.